Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of the IGL Summer Playoffs. This time, it is indeed the grand finals for Tier 2 Div 3 3v3 in Europe. Hope you're as excited as I am. Today, we have Obelysk and Anubis versus Eat Sleep Rocket League. And we're already a bit behind, so let's just go straight into the standings as they stand. That better. There we go. Thank you, Prawn Smoothie. That was perfect. Of course, I forget to change that. All right, so we're just going again. So we are going straight into the league standings. As you can see, Obelysk and Anubis 8-0 with a very impressive 106 goals for, 26 goals against. Very impressive there. 25 games won, only the 2 games were lost for a very sweet 93% game win percentage. Eat Sleep Rocket League are just above MPG 18 in second in the table. 7-1 on the season record, 90 goals for, 38 goals against. 23 games won to only 6 lost at 79%. 2 very impressive looking teams coming in to this one. As we take a look at the stats for each team and player here, Obelysk and Anubis. The home team first at the 8-0 record. As we can see, the captain, Fine Dime, 1.3 goals a game compared to iPorn at 1.74. Each equal at roughly 0.75 saves a game at 1.47 assists, very similar. Sticks, 1.6 goals a game, 1.33 saves a game, and 1 assist per game, with Wolfie coming in at 1.89 goals a game, 0.78 saves, and 1 flat assist a game. As you can see, presumed starting lineups here. Very equal team Obelysk, obviously 8-0, very imposing, even the subs getting in strong there. As we go straight to Eat Sleep Rocket League for this finals matchup. Steve Steffen, the captain, 1.47 goals a game, 1.42 saves a game, 0.68 assists a game. And then Duelist and Thompson coming up here, 1.13 goals a game for Thompson, 1.21 for Duelist, as Walls and Caesar there, 0.88 goals a game for Walls, as we see the presumed starting lineup. As a team, though, Eat Sleep Rocket League with 3.1 goals a game average, 2.86 saves a game, 2.31 assists a game. As we end here slowly, as we take a look at the progression these teams have taken to be here in the gold medal finals. So Obelysk here getting the first round bye and whitewashing Imperia Esports 3-0 in round 2, then only dropping for 1 game in the semi-finals to win 4-1. So that means they've only dropped 1 game in the regular season to get here as well. Very impressive indeed. Eat Sleep Rocket League, the number 3 seed. As we can see, they've had to go right from round 1. No bye for them. 3-1 in the first round. And then a whitewash against Sanctuary Oasis in the second round. Then only dropping for 1 against MPG 18. As we saw earlier, the team just below them in the standings at the end. 4-1. So very impressive and formidable teams here in the final, as you would expect. As we just get ready to get going. And as I send the details out and start the server out, for Obelysk and Anubis for stats, 3.93 goals a game, 2.07 saves a game, and 3 assists a game flat. So very impressive from them, as the server is starting up now. And in terms of the map selection, the stadium selection, it will be Manfield first, followed by Forbidden Temple, and then DFH Stadium will follow that, and then Utopia for the fourth game. Then Salty Shores Nighttime, followed by Neo Tokyo for the game number 6, and of course Champions Field for game number 7, should it be needed. Again, a 7-game series here, as the name and password have been shared if the captains are in the chat in the group DM, as we just wait for everyone. As I currently look for my controller here. There we are. Organization. We'll get there. All right. So yeah, any other questions? Do let me know. But we are just waiting for the teams to join in, and then we will go right into the action. Good luck, fine dime indeed. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Welcome to the chat, Dame. Welcome. Love to see the hype in here as Obelysk are entering, as are ESRL, all at the same time. Great to see. As we go to the game section. All right, we are getting underway here. Do let me know about audio levels if something needs to be sorted, but everything should be fine now. As we are underway with game number 1, I am aware the game audio is not coming through right now, but that will be sorted out very quickly. As Thompson there with immediate save for Eat Sleep Rocket League there, as Wolfie for Anubis takes it up the center line, but or stop. Thompson getting the nice hit there of the goal. Beautiful save by 6 straight away, but Stefan keeping it in play, almost getting the first goal. ESLR right there as Thompson goes up, backboard pass. Wolfie, nice defensive stick, but ESLR are keeping up the pressure beautifully here, as it gets put towards the offense for Anubis, but the Ace and O team here struggling out the gate. There we go. That should be back for you. As the first goal for iPorner, Obelisk taking the run of play totally opposite there. iPorner, open goal. Thompson getting demoed for his defensive try there, but nothing happening. 1-0, less than a minute down. Anubis, Obelisk Anubis. Great start for the number 1 seed here. Number 1 and number 3 facing off against each other. Should be an even series here. I would not be surprised to see a game number 7 as Stitt trying to get back, but I believe that was Wolfie there getting the defensive touch there for Obelisk. Desperate times there. The pressure still up for ESLR. They're not, even though they let in the first goal, it has been all them in terms of offensive pressure, and they're trying to keep that up as all three members of Anubis there stuck on the left-hand side as we were seeing it. But ESLR struggling a little bit to get it back out, but has been sent back to the Anubis left-hand corner and sent up the defense. But Thompson there nicely situated in the middle, and it's going back and forth as Anubis showing they got the skills to keep up in the aerial game in the defensive third. However, struggling to create consistent pressure, but the shots they are getting are of the highest quality at the moment. Asking questions of the defense for ESLR here. as Duelist up on the pass. Beautiful play by ESLR. The team play coming in clutch there. Wolfie, perfect position on the defense, getting that out there. As there is an open goal there, but Duelist unable to get back in time. iPorner, simple positioning and save for them. As it gets sent back, Obelysk trying to make something out of it now, but leaves it. Not sell up, the structure wasn't there for them. Six gets the shot on, simple save for Duelist. But Obelysk, even though they're 1 goal up, will be looking to get more of a structure, a team structure here in the offensive third. That is where they're going short. And Thompson, nice touch there. Not enough touch by Wolfie, getting the initial save. Just keeps on going, just slower behind him. And we have it tied game here. Beautiful try by Thompson. Wolfie did all they could, but unable to prevent Thompson from getting that goal and tying it up with 2:15 left in game number 1. As Wolfie sends it high for Anubis there, but Thompson getting the saviour already for ESLR, sorry. As the ball is situated in the mid, as Duelist sends it forward for ESLR, but as we've been saying, the team with a clear advantage in the offensive chances so far, but Anubis converting where it counts so far. The chances have been top quality and being able to convert one of them, as Six gets demoed, so Anubis unable to get that chance in the offense, but Six doesn't care in the air for that defensive pass, trying to intercept it, nothing going. Thompson, Duelist, beautifully situated in the middle there for anything that comes by, or defensively as the third man. But again, Anubis stands tall. Duelist having a duel in that left-hand corner as Thompson ghosts it a little bit, nicely sends back for defensive. Across the goal, dangerous there. Anyone thought Anubis that would have been a simple goal, but no one close. Fortunate for ESLR. As again, a stray ball in the middle there that might come back to haunt ESLR here, as Anubis are not allowing it to get past the midline here. As Duelist sends it up for ESLR. Beautiful touch on the crossbar, denies him. Thompson, oh, just on the left of the post. ESLR asking for good questions so far, unable to convert on a quality double chance there, but it is sent back by Anubis. Can ESLR get another chance here? Duelist sends it forward. They are unable to get anything out of it. Steve Steffen, the captain, still back. Sticks. Oh, open ball there. Turn back. Don't know if he has enough time to get there. Go safety if in doubt, I suppose. But Porner able to send it forward long. Nice touch there. Good offensive possession here for Obelysk at the end of the game. 2 seconds left. Ball still in the air. Stefan lets it set. Overtime already in game number 1 of this best of 7 grand final for Tier 2 IGL Summer Circuit underway. As Duelist sends that out. Thompson on the wall. Beautiful team play here. Beautiful touch, but Sticks standing strong in the defense. They had a key touch there. As it's centered for Wolfie. Can they do anything? Duelist coming in from the left-hand side. Absolutely not letting that end so early into the overtime period. As ESLR stands strong on the defense there. Their structure's looking good. Stevie trying to get it over the defense, but unable to get enough power on it. As it's sent across the field. And we reset here for another chance by Anubis. Beautiful touch. Steve Steffen, the captain, leading by example at the back here. Not letting Anubis get a sniff of the goal, as Thompson, lack of boost there, it looks like, unable to get anything, but Duelist sets up there. 3 shots, 0 goals for Duelist. He'll be looking to improve that ratio as we progress through. As Thompson, beautiful try at the solo dribble, but Porner, the second man in defense there, managing to stand strong for Anubis. Beautiful demo though, and it's the difference as Porner gets it through the backline of ESLR. Thompson up there. Duelist gets demoed. Steve probably couldn't see the ball through the smoke there. And that is game number 1 for the number 1 ranked Anubis. As we come back to the studio, Beautiful demo indeed, and that is what we like to see as we are getting ready to go to Forbidden Temple. So give me 1 second. There we have it. 36 seconds left. Within this series, we always give each team the right amount of time, so the full 60 seconds in between each game, to sort of chill out, discuss within the team what's gone wrong, what's gone right, and go from there. So 2 goals from 5 shots for Porner here for Anubis, and 1 goal on 5 shots for ESLR. So ESLR having the pressure. 3 shots from Duelist, so 5, 6, 7, 8 shots altogether. They'll be looking to get a bit more conversion, so they have the offensive majority of pressure, but the quality not quite there compared to Anubis as we get ready to go straight back to Forbidden Temple as people are already joining up. As we get ready for game number 2 here. 1-0 in the series to Obelysk and Anubis. Each Sleep Rocket League looking strong in the first game, but looking to tie up in the series. As you can see, we've got the specialty ball for this game and tomorrow's final, the Golden Summer Circuit football for this week only, compared to our normal blue-themed ball, and the 4 ball has already been made ready for the next circuit. Do sign up if your teams have not been already. As Duelist gets a nice touch there for ESLR, already putting the pressure on, continuing the trends we saw in game number 1, but we'll look to see if we get more quality chances. Their structure looked good, just need to get the better shots. As Wolfie gets a beautiful pass there, but sends it high, backboard shot. Dizzle unable to get anything. Open goal. ESLR not the right amount of power. Porner ended up being quite a routine save there, but Steve Steffen, the captain, off the backboard. No one for ESLR there, but Duelist gets a nice touch there from an errant ball from defense. Unable to get on target again. The chances are there. The quality of the finishing not quite the ESLR. As Duelist again sends it round. Backboard rebound. Steve Steffen, the captain, gets goal number 1 for ESLR. A beautiful change up there. A nice round trip by Duelist there. Steve Steffen in the centre. And quite the simple finish there. 1-0 Eat Sleep Rocket League, the number 3 seed, against Obelisk and Anubis, the number 1 seed in this best of 7 series for the final of the EU Summer Circuit. As Steve Steffen straight away, mere seconds after the kickoff, no one there gets a touch on that centre ball off the crossbar, and already 2-0 down. Obelisk and Anubis. You and me both walled. I definitely was looking at that thinking, nah, that's off the crossbar, but ESLR finally finishing those chances they had showed in the first game, and now converting those chances. Exactly what we said they needed to do. Anubis now needing to return the pressure and keep up the quality that they showed in that offensive pressure, as Thompson gets a key demo on the fine Dizzle there, the captain, as they spawn in and clear it straight away, as iPorn are following up, but past Thompson to his teammate there. Couldn't read it quickly enough as Wolfie takes it up the wall. Beautiful air dribble there. Attempt as a Duelist clears it to Steve Steffen, the captain for ESLR. Up the left-hand side, centers the ball, tries to get a backboard redirect, nothing happening. Beautiful pass, great awareness by Steve not to get a touch on that, but Anubis able to clear it out as Dizzle gets demoed in the offensive third, as we're seeing a lot more passing plays here from ESLR. We love to see it. This is how you get those quality chances going. Get your opponent in a Dizzle, not knowing where the ball's going, and you should have a good chance of scoring many goals. As Thompson there with a beautiful clear. As Anubis reset from midline, a floaty there for Wolfie. As Thompson up in the air, easy for them. As A bit of a rebound there. Unneeded touch from ESLR, getting away with it on that one. As Dizzle up in the air off the sideboard. Gets the second touch on the double tap. And we have the deficit cut in half here by a fine solo play by Fine Dime Dizzle. 1 goal, 1 shot. A beautiful percentage on that one. As 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in game number 2. And it is 2-1 to ESLR. ESRL, sorry. LR just rolls off the tongue, and I've been doing that for a bit longer than I care to admit. As Wolfie gets the intercept off the defense there. Center ball, Gildis, lovely touch by ESRL. Up the center, oh, good clearance by the defense there as Wolfie up there. Wolfie all around the pitch in game number 2. Looking to tie it up for Anubis as Thompson pre-jumps that one. Always had the clearance chance on that. Steve Steffen, a nice touch there as Thompson pops it up and Steve Steffen is up and the ball is floating there. Gildis getting the touch by contested by Anubis, so not a clean shot by any means. As the beautiful pass to Corner and find me Dizzle again. Wolfie unable to put that in for Anubis and tie the game up. A beautiful chance there from Anubis. That is the quality we've been expecting from them since the first few minutes of game number 1. How it is still 2-1, I do not know. But Wolfie is demoed for their efforts in the offensive third for Anubis, as ESRL are looking to just survive this pressure so far. As Stevie sends a nice lofted ball, perfect pass to Thompson. Fine Dime Dizzle, the captain, with the clutch save there. Thompson looked like it was a guaranteed 3-1 for ESRL as he gets the save there as well. It's a tight turn of game so far. Another shot chance by Find Me Dizzle. Thompson getting the Savior badge. Three saves in the game so far. As Porner still without a shot in this game, as it just goes past the defense there, but Thompson able to get it off the backboard. And Porner, beautiful pass to Wolfie. Second shot for Wolfie, unable to get the conversion as we wait for the ball to be grounded. And ESRL, I've misspelled that team there, sorry, has tied the game up. So, best of 7, it's currently tied. It is currently tied 1-1 as I just change the settings so we go to DFH Stadium for the next one. They both just can't score. I couldn't agree more with that game, I have to say, Ward. Some chances just going begging, and I actually don't understand how. As we take DFH Stadium here. And 20 seconds left of competitors. But yeah, seeing a lot more structure from ESRL, Eat Sleep Rocket League. But Anubis, again, with the quality chances and the passes from both teams now. But yeah, we just both need to work on the conversion. We're seeing this is at the Champ 3 GC1 level. So we should be seeing this quality of Rocket League. But it is just the finishing that needs some improvement, I would say. As I go to the wrong scene there, as we are ready to go in DFH Stadium for game number 3, as we get set up here. Game 3 already underway. 1-1 tied up in the series, as both teams look to get the breakout game in DFH Stadium. As Find Me Dizzle gets the initial chance there. Beautiful save by Steve Steffen. And Gildis tries to clear it, but sticks. Beautiful 50 there. As Wolfie tries to go for the ward aerial. Nothing happening, but Find Me Dizzle. Fine Dime Dizzle. Nice intercept there as Six off the backboard there. Fine Dime Dizzle up, but Gildis just getting there early enough for ESRL. As Six tries to go up the center, but defense stood firm. As Thompson takes it on the right-hand side. Gets it around Fine Dime Dizzle, but Six with the clearance. Gildis, oh, the ball was centered for him beautifully there, but they were already on the way back on the defensive look. But Gets a nice shot there. Fine Dime Dizzle with a nice clear on the aerial, on the follow-up. Sticks up in the air. Stefan, the captain, if they can get a good shot. Thompson, oh, just missing the touch there. That was beautifully set up by ESRL. A goal going missing there for sure as Thompson clears the shot from Sticks. As Stefan just sends it to the other side. And the game of ping pong continues. As Wolfie just gets the ball that was floating up there. Duelist needing to clear that. Fine Dime Dizzle looking like a predator in the centre there. And on the backboard rebound, Wolfie up in the air. Wolfie 4K getting the first goal of game number 3. Beautiful play here by Fine Dime Dizzle. Perfect backboard pass. And Wolfie and no one from ESRL able to get up there in enough time. As Sticks takes control for Anubis here. Up 1-0. The 8-0 number 1 seed looking to cement their grip on the season trophy, the playoff trophy even. Already gone through the regular season undefeated. These two teams are 1-1 in past match play as well. Not this season, but throughout their sort of history playing against each other, they are currently tied 1-1. So looking to get the deciding game, the rubber match today. As Stefan demoed in defense there. As we look back, Wolfie getting, I believe that was goal number 2 for Wolfie. Demoed right in the center of the goal. Duelist there not getting demoed at the very end, but too far out. 2-0 for Anubis. The demos are indeed killing ESRL so far. As Six tries to go for another demo there, but the aggression is strong at the moment. As Wolfie tries to do some fancy tricks up in the middle right there, but nothing coming of it. Anubis looking confident now, but ESRL on the transition, are they able to get anything out of it? Duelist gets the touch. Thompson follows up. Still in the right-hand side corner for ESRL, but Anubis gets the touch out, and it's cleared to the opposite side. A beautiful bounce for Fine Dime Dizzle, unable to get there in time. ESRL on the transition now, trying to get the first goal of game number 3 for themselves. And it's sent off the wall there, and Sticks nicely pre-jumps as Fine Dime Dizzle pops it up for Sticks off the wall. Pass to Fine Dime Dizzle, 1-2. No number 3 for the connection. Beautiful team play from Anubis. As ESRL are careful not to put it in their own net there, coming back for the defense. As Thompson sends it out and it pops it into the middle. No one up there in time. Stefan too late on that one. Duelist getting it around Fine Dime Dizzle on the follow-up there. Centered. Stefan still looking defensively. Hit down by Wolfie, expecting Six to maybe get a touch on that one. Nothing coming, however. As we're seeing some beautiful passing plays here so far. The sell-ups, the structures have been impeccable. Nothing to criticize so far. Wolfie trying to just shove it in there for Anubis. As 1 minute left, 2-0 Anubis. ESRL looking to break the seal so far. But Anubis looking strong on defense as well as offense in game number 3. As Sticks able to get there. They're just that bit faster than ESRL so far in the decision making. As Fine Dime Dizzle, how on earth did Duelist get the save on that? Getting the savior badge on the transition. Wolfie unable to do anything. Duelist with the play of the series so far. As we don't get to see the save on the replay, but the long shot from their own third. With a beautiful save beforehand as we get ready for the 4th kickoff of this game. I have no idea how that happened, but Steve is up in the air trying to get the tying goal. 30 seconds left. Suddenly ESRL looking like piranhas in front of the goal, looking for that tying goal as Wolfie sends it off backboard. A bit of a triple commit there for Anubis, but it doesn't matter. It sends out the other way. Wolfie 4K gets his third goal, the hat-trick for Wolfie Forgay. 15 seconds left. That's probably all they wrote for game number 3. On the transition, ESRL were looking dangerous in that final few seconds. However, they had to commit on the offense for that one to stand any chance, time the game up, and that's what bites them in the end as Fine Dime Dizzle sends it as Thompson deflects with 7 seconds left. That is the game for game number 3. It will be 2-1 to Anubis when the ball's hit on the ground. There we have it. Sorry, that is the wrong one. There we go. 2-1 to Obelysk Anubis, the 8-0 number 1 seed, as we come here to the studio, as game number 4 will be at Utopia Coliseum. I need some water after that one, however. There we go. All right, set up. 43 seconds left in the intermission. Oh, dear. Well, what a game. Some beautiful gameplay here. Nothing really to comment on in terms of structural tactics, as Anubis look like they're subbing out yet again. Sorry, just seeing what was going on there. Yes, beautiful structures from both teams. Just Anubis able to convert. As we've seen, game 1 and game 2, now game 3. They just got that difference in reaction time, the game speed. They're up in the air a bit quicker than ESRL so far. And it's causing the difference, just being able to get to the ball that much quicker at this level. It is all the difference. As I'm already losing my voice, I think. Welcome, Chiana. Anubis are indeed smashing it so far as we get underway in game number 4 at Utopia Coliseum. Steve Stefan and ESRL getting the kickoff, but Wolfie for Anubis getting the advantage of it. A beautiful wall aerial, and within 6 seconds has the first goal. Wolfie with a hat-trick, all 3 goals in game number 3, carrying on as he means in game number 4, dunking on ESRL right there for the first goal. ESRL, I worry about their mental with that kind of start to game number 4 after the ending to game number 3 as well. As Porner is up, Steve Stefan, beautiful save there. Wolfie, oh, he was looking for his second right there, unable to convert, however. The decision making and the pressure from Anubis are just at a different level at the moment. However, ESRL showed that they could bring it to them in game number 1, so no doubt that they will come back stronger than ever. As Fine Dime Dizzle centering it beautifully, Julius getting a needed touch there, averting it. Wolfie, beautiful aerial off the crossbar, no one in the center for Anubis to double the scoreline. As the camera has an episode right there, as Wolfie centers it by accident for the opposition. As Stefan gets the nudge there, but not enough to prevent Anubis from transitioning up the field, as Porner sends it off the wall and off the backboard. Wolfie with a nice touch, unable to get anything from it, however, as Porner already with 2 shots for the game. Goes back defensively, reading what Julius is doing off the wall. Beautiful clearance right there, as Thompson unable to get a touch from there. Wolfie off the ceiling, Porner in the area, demo on Julius. What a team play right there, from the pass to the demo to the shot. Wolfie reading it beautifully, Porner getting the touch they needed, and Fine Dime Dizzle with the beautiful pass, do not forget. Walled, ESRL, they will try and do it for you, I am sure. Dame, clap, clap, clap in chat. As Anubis are hovering around the ESRL goal once again, like bees to honey at the moment. Just the pressure is unrelenting. Steve Stefan passes it to Thompson off the wall. Beautiful touch, but not enough power from Thompson there. As Wolfie gets the touch, but Steve Stefan with an extra power sends it probably to where Wolfie was aiming for anyway. As a bit of a double commit there from Anubis, especially from Porner, but able to get the defensive touch there. as Fine Dime Dizzle sends it up the wall and gets control there. But Fine Dime Dizzle gets demoed for their trouble as off the backboard, Porner with a necessary clear there. ESRL looking dangerous for the first time in the game, but Anubis straight back on the counter-attack, but it's again straight back from Duelist. Fine Dime Dizzle with quite the touch for the save there, but taking it back out as Duelist is there on the nice touch off the backboard. Thompson unobstructed in the middle there. That's probably the easiest goal we've seen so far in this series. No one there. Wolfie too far up the field, and Thompson with probably the easiest goal he'll score, as it is the deficit is halved. Now 2-1 to Anubis. ESRL looking a bit stronger now, able to counter punch. But Porner off the backboard, but Duelist read it perfectly. Beautiful clear there. Fine Dime Dizzle though, getting the offensive steal from the defense, sorry. As Wolfie steals the boost, the defensive boost there, as beautiful passing play from Thompson. I didn't even see it coming there. As Duelist off to Stephen on the wall. Thompson, beautiful 1-2-3 pass there, top left bin. You're not saving that one if you're Anubis, and suddenly they're all tied up, ESRL and Anubis. ESRL looking much stronger than they did earlier in the game. As Stefan, the captain, taking advantage there. Just an innocuous ball that was going through the center, and Anubis were all up in the offensive third. No one in goal. Suddenly, tides have turned. 3-2 to ESRL. This was not foreseen considering how the game started, but ESRL really are coming back the stronger. We did say that they looked good in the first game. We knew we had it in them. However, they are really showing it now as Fine Dime Dizzle sensitive for Porner though, not letting this go without a fight. 3-3, beautiful again, passing play. I believe ground pitch there off the defender, and iPorner beautifully sell up away from defender, top right corner of the goal, and it is 3-3 with 1:29 left. Plenty of time to see this go back and forth still, as Fine Dime Dizzle pops it up for themselves. On target, Steve Stefan coming there a bit late, needed touch. That was looking good for Anubis, but the transition for ESRL, Duelist up in the air, getting a good touch. Thompson just too far out, but getting the pop up there for Steve Stefan or Thompson. None of them able to get it there, as Duelist is backline for ESRL, trying to transition out. Thompson getting the touch, not on target though, but it does pop up nicely, but no one for ESRL in the vicinity as Porner passes it back to Wolfie. But Steve Stefan with the 50 going to Thompson, but it's all a bit in the midfield now as iPorner sends it up the left corner as Duelist gets the defensive touch and is back to the midfield as Steve Stefan pops it up to the right corner. And two teams maybe figuring each other out now that 3 goals apiece have been scored. Looking for goal number 7 of the game to separate these two. 20 seconds left. A nice touch there by Duelist. Will we see another overtime? Of course, we've already seen one in game number 1 as Steve Stefan out for backboard. Wolfie, beautiful positioning. Fine Dime Dizzle sends it up the middle. Duelist again getting the touch for ESRL. Thompson with a beautiful touch facing the other way. It is 4 seconds left. 4-3 ESRL. Duelist there. What a touch by Thompson. What a redirect. And with 4 seconds left, ESRL look like they've stolen game number 4 from Anubis. As we get the kickoff here. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Waiting for the ball to be dropped. Porner trying to keep it up for Anubis' chance to stay alive. On the backboard for Wolfie, keeping it up. Fine Dime Dizzle just missing it. And ESRL steal game number 4 from the clutches of Obelysk and Anubis. I have no idea where that came from. Anubis were looking so strong to begin with there, but ESRL were not going to be rolled around like that, as we get ready to go to Salty Shores nighttime as it's now tied up 2-2. As again, there's a lot of excitement in this game. I need a lot of water. Ibex, I have no idea what you're saying. I have never actually casted Obelisk, so I am going to leave that comment in chat. But no, we're seeing some beautiful gameplay here, some beautiful team play. You can tell these two teams have good chemistry with each other. Some beautiful passes happening as we are heading towards Salty Shores already. Okay, well, you're in the franchise, so you can say it without a problem. But, well, hopefully for you, it doesn't happen so much in the coming games. But we are tied 2-2 now as we get ready for game number 5. We are underway in game number 5, tied up 2-2. Between the number 1 seeds Obelysk Anubis and the number 3 seeds Eat Sleep Rocket League, ESRL for short. As off the wall there, Six taking control. We're seeing constant rotations of subs in between each game from Obelisk. Perhaps they just need to find the one team that suits them and just stick with it, trying to win that way. As Six getting a nice touch there, good power, but nothing happening on the offense for Anubis as Thompson sends it a pop-up. But Wolfie getting a beautiful touch. Wolfie really the key player for Anubis in game number 4, just unable... Game number 3, sorry. And unable to send them to victory in game number 4. As Thompson, a nice rebound off the wall. Duelist with a beautiful chance. And Thompson with the demo on Six, but Anubis still able to get some offensive pressure out of this. A nice attempt at a ward aerial by Wolfie there, but the defense stands strong of Duelist as iPorner again sends it. Six off the ceiling and backboards, Porner off trying, but Steve Stefan staying strong, the captain for ESRL. As Thompson takes it there, but Anubis managing to take control off the post. That was a close one. And iPorner, the defender there, unable to see it through the smoke. Duelist getting demo there. Steve Stefan, the captain, potentially could have saved that. However, the demo twofold, getting the player out of there and covering the defender. Getting goal number 1 for Obelisk Anubis with 3:33 now remaining in game number 5. As Wolfie clears that from Anubis' defender's side, but Duelist centering it beautifully. But no one from ESLR able to take advantage as Steve Stefan goes on the opposite wall. Again sends it up. Thompson into the corner. Not doing much for ESLR, but they are up in the air, missing it. However, Duelist again centering it on target. Easy save for Anubis, however. ESRL getting the setups there. No finishes coming through so far as Duelist gets the first touch there. Corner, nice clear from Anubis. He got RL'd there in chat. Walled, I do agree with you on that one. I would be fuming if I was in ranked and that happened to me. So who knows for a final game how they're feeling after that one. As Porner and Anubis settle up beautifully there. Wolfie off the backboard. Beautiful ball, but Anubis, both players who could have got that were already predisposed with recovery. As Thompson pops it up, sends it into the offensive third for ESRL. And a nice 50 there from Wolfie, sending it center, but ESRL managing to get the defensive touch there, sends it on the other side. Duelist in the air, nicely done. Thompson looking for another deft touch that we saw to win game number 4. Nothing coming, however, into the corner. Thompson clears it for the defenders. And no one from Anubis wanting to claim that, so Duelist does it for ESRL. But Steve Stefan not there in time to get ahead of the defenders as it is cleared out. The defense for Anubis looking good at the moment. All the defenders getting there, getting the pre-jumps in, reading the plays well. as iPorner trying to get the double tap there. And Duelist getting the nice defensive touch. Wolfie looking dangerous just off the right-hand side post as Duelist flips it with the back end and sends it clear as Thompson sends it on target. Porner, simple save for them. Centered again, Steve up in the air, first on the ball there. Unable to get the power though. Another nice sell-up by ESRL. Nothing happening as Styx just sends it into the empty net after that offensive attempt from ESRL. No one there to defend. Nice touch there by Styx. And it is suddenly 2-0 with 1:18 left. It's been one of the quicker games of the series so far. As we get underway with our third kickoff, Thompson takes it for ESRL, but it's sent right back by Anubis. As Thompson clears it there for ESRL. Wolfie from the midline, off the backboard, nothing happening. Power, Horner not getting anything off that, but ceiling reset. Styx trying the fancy stuff in the finals. Love to see that. Almost getting it for Anubis, just the defenders staying strong. And Wolfie getting the nice 50 there. As the game goes a bit tit for tat now. Thompson off the backboard, risky, but Duelist gets a nice touch on it. iPorner getting it for Anubis, and it's sent the other way. And Wolfie 4K with a beautiful touch. Duelist popping it up. iPorner coming in center. iPorner getting the goal that was deserved by Anubis after the pressure they've been putting on. Getting that just milliseconds before Thompson, and 3-0 with 13 seconds left. It is looking mighty like Anubis will have series point for 2 matches in a row if needed. Steve Stefan getting the constellation goal here for ESRL. Hopefully that improves their mental going into game number 6. As a beautiful pass play there, open center. Not going to miss that one. Indeed, enlightened the dagger to finish the game off. Thompson with a kickoff goal. Am I speaking too soon? Still 4 seconds left in this game. Suddenly, it's only a 1-goal deficit for ESRL. I don't think I was being too hasty saying that it looked like it was over. This is not a regular occurrence. We will see if ESRL can do the unimaginable and bring it back off this kickoff as it's sent up for Wall, as Wolfie will look to get the touch there to down it, but Thompson in the air, nice fit by Wolfie, but it stays up, but no one for ESRL, despite a valiant late effort, can get that ball and get the, sorry, that's the wrong team right there, sorry about that. As we go to the intermission here, GG. Oh, that was a great game. ESRL really putting the blood pressure up there for Anubis fans, for Obelisk Anubis fans at the end with those 2 very quick goals, but not enough to prevent Anubis going to series point. They now have 2 attempts to win the final as we get ready to go to Neo Tokyo. There we go. 15 seconds left. 1 more indeed for Obelisk and Anubis, and 2 more in a row needed for ESRL to come back and upset, it would be argued, Anubis in the final as we get ready to go to Neo Tokyo. For game number 6. As you can see, Obelisk Anubis up 3-2 against Eat Sleep Rocket League in the Tier 2 Div 3 EU IGL Summer Circuit final. As game number 6 is underway now. ESRL looking to keep their hopes alive here at Neo Tokyo as they start nicely with a good pressure. Duelist getting a nice 50 there to start with, but Styx, nice clear there. As Thompson on target, double save there, as it's still floating in the mid. Can't see if ESRL are on it, but Six getting the needed defensive touch, looking dangerous there. Looking good for ESRL to start this do or die game, as iPornet's up there for Anubis. As Pornet sends it off a backboard. Wolfie up there too early though. Steve Stefan tries to send it over the defense. Thompson gets demoed, but Julius tries to send it back off the back wall. And iPornet above Steve Stefan, but Thompson there for ESRL as Six up in the middle. Again, trying to get those backboard double taps and passes out there. No one in the center for iPornet's pass there, but Wolfie off the defensive rebound there. iPornet not going the direction they wanted to with that touch. However, Six able to intercept the wayward ball, as it's all the way down into Anubis' end for a change of scenery. As Julius there, nice 50. Porner getting a bit of a knock there, but into Thompson with a beautiful few chances there. Just unable to get it on the goal as Julius sends it up the wall, but Six is already up there. As we're seeing a concentration on that right-hand side wall, as Stevie needs a defensive touch. Thompson getting the second one, I believe, as Julius up the wall, trying to center it for ESRL. Steve is up there, not getting the second touch that was probably needed for that one, however, as Julius tries for wall aerial, but Wolfie standing tall on the defense, looking a bit, both teams looking a bit more uncontrolled compared to the 5 games previously. Not quite as clinical. I say that as Six gets it on the crossbar, a second crossbar for Six. Wolfie, but no, 3 defenders for ESRL, not letting Wolfie get the third attempt there. But Wolfie is in the air, keeping it popped up for Six. Getting the second touch, backboard pass. Julius is up, missing it, but no one for Anubis able to convert. How on earth we are tied up, I do not know. Anubis missing some glorious chances there as Steve Stefan sends it back to the corner, but no one for ESRL able to take advantage as iPorner gets it on target. Julius had to read that and time that perfectly, as it is still tied up 0-0 with more than half a game gone. Reminder, ESRL needing to win this game to tie up the series and keep their final hopes alive. As I say that Steve Stefan must be listening, getting goal number 1 for ESRL. A bit chaotic indeed, Ward, as off the backboard, his own pass, their own pass, sorry, as Steve Stefan gets the goal there. Indeed, chaotic game so far. As I was saying, the structure was obvious for these two teams in games 1 through 5. However, in game 6, it looks like a bit of a free-for-all in terms of no structured passing plays so far. Willing to be proved wrong later in the game, however, if either team can call the audible, as Thompson carries it for the defenders there. Julius, nice power, but Wolfie read that perfectly. But can Julius get the redirect? He can. Beautiful aerial, 2-0 ESRL. They were feeling the pressure. They knew it was do or die. And they're looking to go away with it now. Beautiful touch by Julius, 78 miles an hour, a powerful shot. Not letting any chances of that missing go. As Thompson gets a kickoff at ESRL, just missing the open goal. Almost a kickoff goal to make it 3-0 for the number 3 seed. As iPorner sends it nicely for Anubis, but Thompson playing the defense well there for ESRL. As we have 1:25 left now. And it's looking like it might head to overtime, but plenty of time still for Anubis. If they get the passing play sorted, can easily score 2 goals in quick succession. As right there, as we were saying it, bit of a dodgy clearance by the defender there, and Wolfie taking his chance. Julius there, not enough power on that pinch. Wolfie in the air, beautiful read, gets the intercept. 3 shots, 1 goal for Wolfie, and it's now 2-1 Eat Sleep Rocket League, and they do need to win this. Julius up in the air, doing all they can to keep the lead for ESRL. Julius getting, I think that was a touch, not sure. As Porner, open goal, Sticks, absolute gremlin stealing that goal. And we, as I said, easy for Anubis to get 2 quick succession goals. All of a sudden, ESRL on the back foot. Can their mental survive this one? Can Anubis finish the final here? As Thompson passes back to Julius, passing it Stefan. That's more like it. That's the passing plays we were saying we need to see from both teams. But it's sent back to the other side. Thompson possibly leaving back a bit too long for comfort's sake. But Anubis setting up nicely. A lot more structure from both teams already. They're listening to the stream, I'm sure. As Julius gets the touch over sticks there. As Wolfie pops it up for Anubis. 20 seconds left. Can Steve pass it center? No, the defensive touch. But Julius managed to pop it up for center. And Thompson faking out the defender. Unable to convert though. 10, 9, 8 seconds left. And it's tied up 2-2. Can Anubis get the final goal? It is cleared from the goal mouth. 1 second left. Are we going to overtime? No, Julius not wanting to. Porner keeping it in the air from the save. ESRL almost had it there. And now Anubis have the chance. And it's going the other way. Still 0 seconds. And it's just now gets down. Overtime. Game 6. ESRL fighting for their lives. I am losing my voice as we go through this. Porner pops it up for themselves. But Steve Stefan gets the touch for ESRL and sends it goalwards, but Wolfie not having it. Julius trying for ward aerial, nothing happening, but off the backboard. Can't get a clean second touch. Thompson in the air, trying to do what they couldn't. Steve Stefan gets out-dueled by Wolfie on the ward aerial. And now the ball is centers. Wolfie gets out-dueled by Duelist. And Thompson up in the air, knocks it forward, looking with a double tap. Nothing happening. Thompson would have been a glorious way to win the game. But Steve Stefan, leading by example, the captain, gets goal number 3 and the golden goal to bring game number 6 to a close here. Beautiful play off sticks. Gonna feel salty after that one. ESRL tie it up. 3 games to 3. We are going to a game number 7. Sticks is not going to be enjoying that one, as we are indeed going to Champions Fields. My voice, my words. There you go, Champions Field. What else could it be for game number 7? But a lot of the structure we were saying we're missing it the first half of that game, really coming into its own within the last 2 minutes there. And we saw the difference. Anubis able to get the 2 goals quickly, whereas ESRL managing to reform themselves and get that crucial overtime win. Steve Stefan, 2 goals, 3 shots. Duelist, 1 goal, 2 shots. Nice 50 and 75%-ish. Quick maths for ESRL on the shot percentages there. Wolves, that is a very good question. Will we see the first consecutive win in the series? Well, for ESRL and yourself, you sure hope so. We will see as we get ready here in game number 7, the decider. No more games after this. This will decide and crown the champion of Tier 2 Div 3 IGL Summer Circuit 3v3 in the EU. As Thompson there gets a solid touch for ESRL. And we're just seeing some booming midfield shots, but Steve Stefan, I think he thought Judas was going to get a touch on that one. However, not forthcoming. Need to clear there. Thompson, a nice challenge on Find Me Dizzle. Julius looking at an open goal. Can they convert? No, but Thompson can. Thompson, ESRL, 1-0 up in game 7. The number 3 seed, 7-1 of the season, looking to upset the number 1 seed. A good start indeed for ESRL. 30 seconds gone, 1-0 up. But we did see them surrender a 2-goal lead quickly in game 6. As Wolfie looks to tie up instantly. A nice passing play there by Anubis. The structure is still there as Steve in the goalmouth gets deleted. However, the defender is able to stand strong and prevent any demo-related goals happening. As Thompson's just seeing what's happening off the backboard. A beautiful shot by iPorner. Thompson, though, MVP so far of Game 7, but unable to prevent Find Me Dizzle coming in hot through the middle of the field there. A nice pass by Find Me Dizzle. Sorry, Wolfie 4K was the one coming in hot there. The pass from Find Me Dizzle. Fine Dime Dizzle. And we are now tied up 1-1 with 3:50 left. How many are we going to see in this game? Wolfie was looking good until they got hit there. Julius with a beautiful bicycle kick saved and pops it up the middle for Thompson. Getting it. Is that on target? No, not quite. Fine Dime Dizzle gets the touch as Wolfie passes it to iPorner. Beautiful passing play. 1-2-3 prevented by an ESRL defense and his own goal by Fine Dime Dizzle. Probably confused after, like, how did we not score from that one? Julius sending it up and Fine Dime Dizzle looking to send it left. Not enough of a touch. And all of a sudden, from a certain goal from Anubis, it is now 2-1 to Eat Sleep Rocket League. As we are seeing cringes and oh-nos in chat from the Anubis supporters. As Wolfie is up there to make you guys feel better. A beautiful tying goal there. Steve Stefan popping it up for the opposition. Wolfie reading it. Some nice air rolls there. And Julius just not getting there in time. 2-2. 2 goals, quick succession. 3:11 left. As everyone from despair to recollection in chat. What a whirlwind of emotions in 5 seconds. As, oh my word, how did iPorner not score that? Steve Stefan with the saviour. 3 goals in the series now. As Julius sends it to the bottom left for ESRL. As Steve Stefan sends back Thompson with another fine touch there. Thompson looking good with those deft touches. Remember scoring the winning goal in, I believe, Game 3. As iPorner pops it up for the teammate. But Thompson there for ESRL with a nice touch. That's just been sent there. No one for Anubis able to get there. Off the sort of corner backboard there. No one there. Fine Dime Dizzle passing it. No one in the vicinity for Anubis. Julius, let's go. No. Wolfie with the bump and the shot. Nothing coming. As iPorner sends it. Fine Dime Dizzle pass to Wolfie in the centre. Wolfie being harassed by the defenders. Unable to convert. As iPorner sends it off the backboard for themselves. Again, off the backboard, the defender there clearing it. Fine Dime Dizzle sends a pass. Wolfie in the air. Thompson with the save. Easy in the end. Well positioned for Thompson. Centered for Julius. Is it on target? No! The go-ahead goal for ESRL just goes on the left-hand side of the post there. As it is sent back to the ESRL defensive zone. What a pass to Wolfie. Pop-up air dribble. Wolfie 4K with go-ahead. 1:32 left. Anubis, number 1 seed, looking to end it. A beautiful pop-up air dribble there for the go-ahead. 3-2 now with the 6th kickoff just underway now. As Fine Dime Dizzle sends it back to their own defensive third. Steve Stefan reads it beautifully just off the post there. Wolfie managing to take it, centered there by Julius. Nothing happening from it though. Fine Dime Dizzle looking to pass it to Wolfie 4K. Is that on target? So Julius needed a touch on it. Thompson sending it forward. Again, they are doing a beautiful job with those little touches. Making the most of what they got. iPorner asking questions of Steve Stefan as Thompson again up the air. Trying the wall pass. The roll down from the wall. Steve Stefan not the touch they wanted, I don't think. As it's sent back to Fine Time Dizzle for Anubis. Back and forth. iPorner off the crossbar. couldn't put the game away there with 40 seconds left now. As Steve Stefan in the center. Nothing happening. Wolfie 4K popping that out. What a finish. We've got Anubis up 1 goal, 3-2. Steve Stefan off the crossbar. Can Thompson put that away? Beautiful touch. Steve Stefan, it's on the goal line. Porner sends it clear. It's that ESRL's final chance. As Anubis, Porner to Wolfie off the side. Anubis with the pressure at the final 5 seconds. Off the ceiling, Thompson trying to pop it up, keep it up. And that is all they wrote. Obelysk and Anubis take it with a desperation final 20 seconds there. Jubilation in chat. They didn't choke from Ibex. GG, well played all indeed. What a final. My word. You couldn't ask for a better ending to a Game 7 than that. As I just recompose myself here. Whew. Intense, insane. ESR, Eat Sleep Rocket League. You couldn't do much more to prove yourselves in that one. More than worthy opponents, but Obelysk and Anubis taking it at the final whistle. 3-2 in Game 5 takes the series 4-3. Obelysk and Anubis are your champions for Tier 2 Div 3 3v3 in the EU. And that is all they wrote, ladies and gentlemen. I need to get some water. So if you are on YouTube, I'm going to leave you here now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have got another final casting tomorrow. So that will be up after this one. So do check that one out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All the YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying. It's 2022. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye.